Hi everybody, it's good to see you again and welcome back to another episode of The Couch out here at Black Diamond Studios in Freeport, Illinois. And I have with me today the lovely Kaitlyn Pepper. How you doing, Katie?
I'm wonderful.
So as you probably already assumed, Mrs. Pepper, that would be my wife here. And Kaitlyn is out here doing some vocal work for the upcoming Burns Down release, NOVOCAINE Mutiny. We just got done laying down tracks. We had to do a couple run-throughs, but we're really satisfied with the progress we're making, and there's a lot of promise with what's to come. So how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited.
Yeah, I hope so. Because of those crashes, we're both kind of screwed out of this.
Yeah, just a little bit.
So most of you guys know, like I said, she's my wife, but a lot of what some of you may not know is Kaitlyn is also the daughter of James, of J.D. Smith. And a lot of you guys know him as a pretty popular karaoke DJ around here. He's got his kind of hands into a lot of different places, and a lot of you guys know him. So this is actually his daughter. And so that means, growing up, even from a young age, she's been exposed a little bit to live performance and to music and the collaboration. I mean, not just hearing it, but you've been kind of involved with the production of it in one way or another.
Yeah, my dad started his karaoke business when I was 6. So I've grown up singing. I've grown up hearing music. He used to play guitar for us, and so I love it. Now we get to do that with our daughter.
That's brilliant. Yeah, our little daughter, by the way, if you haven't checked out our Facebook, she's the most adorable kid in the world. I'm not saying that because I'm her parent. I'm saying I don't know how she ended this way, but she is just... Look for yourself if you don't believe us.
Yeah, she's too much. She's
spoiled. But anyway, so you grew up around that, but that's not all that kind of got you going. A lot of people know that you sing, but what a lot of people don't know is that you've actually done some songwriting too.
Yeah. And
you've actually recorded before, not as professionally, quote unquote, but you've done some songwriting before. In fact, when we first met, I got to hear some of the stuff she recorded with our good friend Gary Benitez in Arizona.
Yeah.
And I miss Gary. He's a good guy.
He really is. I wonder what he's up to.
Hi, Gary. If you ever watch this, you probably won't, but if you do, hi. But anyways, so you have a background in, like I said, in songwriting, but also live performance. You spent a lot of your years doing between plays and acting and singing. You have a background in live performance.
Yes, and that's been really hard because I have extreme stage fright, but I've overcome it to do what I love.
And believe it or not, a lot of people when they record actually have a version of stage fright too. A lot of people don't. I have it myself. It's kind of something we refer to as red light syndrome. In other words, I can come in here and practice and do scratch tracks with drums and guitar and even vocals, and I'll nail them. They'll be great. As soon as that red light comes on, that record light, it's like an anxiety hits you because, you don't see them. You're technically playing for an audience. Yeah. What you're putting out there is what people are going to hear, so there's an anxiety, and that's when things fall apart. There's been times Mark's done this, not very many times, but he's done it. It's been sneaky, but it's awesome, where he has me just listen and play along, right? Mm-hmm. And I found on the hindsight he was recording the whole time. I'm like, oh, you bastard, that was brilliant.
Yes.
So, with that being said, you've done a lot of live work. You've done worship bands, you've done acting, you've done singing in a lot of different venues, karaoke. This is recording. This is, I don't call it professional what I do, but it's more...
It's different.
It's tighter. So what would you say is what is a little bit different or is more difficult, easier with recording than live?
Well, you talk about the red light syndrome. For me, it was almost a little opposite because I knew if I messed up, we could go back. Whereas live performances, when you mess up, you just keep going forward and hope that you recover all right.
Right. And that's kind of nice thing, but also the demise of recording is, you have unlimited retakes, but because of that, you have to get it on right. Where live performances, you move on, it's gone. Recording, we're going to keep doing it until it's where we want it, and sometimes it takes a long time. So, but this is one of your first experiences recording live, recording. So what else did you get out of it? What are some things maybe you picked up from it?
It's definitely a different sound when you have the earphones on and hearing yourself. The way I hear myself in my head is very different than how I hear myself through the headphones. So that changed things a little bit in my mind. And the start and stop, that's a little different as well. I'm used to going all the way through and then, okay, let's go back from the top and go all the way through again. But I kind of liked it though. Yeah.
We are all our worst critics, and voice especially, and Mark's brought up many times. A lot of people, they hear their voice. It's like karaoke too. You hear your voice. It annoys people, and they think it sounds wrong or off because it sounds different than what they're used to. But the truth is, a lot of times you're dead on. You're just not used to hearing your voice because you're missing the resonation of your skull. You're not getting that kind of baritone. A lot of times we sound more nasally to ourselves, and we're like, oh my gosh, is that how, like, I sound? With me, a lot of times, like, man, did I hit puberty? It's what I feel like, because it comes across a lot higher. But
yeah, but this also, I mean, it sounds so much different than on a recording like this too. When I've heard myself just a video recording on the iPad, it sounds very different than what it sounds like through the professional microphone.
That picks up literally everything. So, but yeah, so you're out here doing 3 songs for this record, and those songs are...
Wait, should I be like my dad and forget? No, I'm doing What Would It Take, which is the one that my dad's on as well, and it's a great duet between the two of us. I'm doing SOS, which, that one was really fun to do, and there's so much passion behind that. And then I'm doing Satellites, which is one of my favorites from his original stuff, and I'm doing a nice little harmony on that one.
Yeah, and it was really fun to come out and add those parts to it, and I enjoyed all those. Which of those do you say you enjoyed the most of the 3, or you're most excited about?
I'd say What Would It Take, because it's a duet with us. I'm thinking of my daughter when we're singing it, and I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, What Would It Take is a song I wrote actually a long time ago, and I rewrote it this last year when we went to recording, and it's really been centered around 2 very colliding ideas, but the main focal point is like a open letter to my daughter. But my daughter, not now, but in the future, as an encouragement note for her, kind of.
Yeah, when we know what the future world is bringing, it's going to be a hard one for her, but we'll encourage her all the way.
But I'm excited for all of them, and I'm excited for SOS because it's a little bit of a step out of your element. The other 2 are very ballady, very, I don't say soft, but they got a ballad, very chorus-like, very strong, I don't say country at all, but it's got that feel, ballad-like.
Yes.
SOS is a very grim, I don't say emo, but it's a dark, kind of a grim rock song. So there's a different tone in it. It's not as cheery or bright. It's very suppressed. So I'm excited to see how that works out with the other singer. So really fast, we're trying. I want to plug one thing before we get going here. So Kaitlyn works for the Mount Morris Library, but on top of that, her and I both are really avid with literacy and promoting children's literacy. Because not just because we like reading, we think other people should read more. It's because without proper literacy, children growing up and people won't be able to grasp what's real and what's not. They won't be able to educate themselves, to understand as much. And so Kaitlyn here works actually for a little company called Usborne. A lot of people have heard of them. And what she does, she actually has this little group called the Reading Room. Why don't you explain a little bit about that?
So the Reading Room, I do more than just Usborne on there. Yes, I sell those books. But more than that, I encourage reading. I help you find books, not just Usborne, but in general, for all ages. I love finding a book for you. Whether it's fiction or nonfiction, you tell me your interest and I can find it. And on top of that, I'm going to be launching the 1,000 Books Before Kindergarten program through the Reading Room, as well as through the library. But that encourages parents to read to their kids from birth and have 1,000 books read. They can be repeated. Kids, we know, repeat books a million times, but it encourages 1,000 books before they start kindergarten, and that is, you can do that easily in less than 3 years by reading 1 book a day. It's a great program. I'm going to be offering rewards for those who get to certain milestones. So go ahead and find me if you want to participate in that, or find any other stuff about books and literacy. And it really affects our brains, not just kids, but adults as well. So it's very important to continue reading and find something.
Right. And with the holidays around the corner, this is a great time of year to look at books. I know we sometimes joke about books being gifts, but they really are an eternal gift that keeps giving. And they give so much more than just material. There's something that lasts. They invoke imagination with children. So if you do have any more questions, you can visit her Facebook page, The Reading Room, that has information about not just Usborne, but all her connections there, also with the library. And there'll be a link somewhere right here where you can follow and look and see if you're interested. Once again, with the holidays coming up, it's a great opportunity to look and see how you can purchase a book maybe from a local person and get something that's a little bit different. So with that being said, really fast, I wanted to also plug in that just like with Cup's episode last week, so as we're going about me here at Burns Down, care a lot about using these resources that we put out there as a way to give back anything that we take in. So with Coupling, we got a program set up. And so what we're going to be doing in the same time frame for the next year with this Burns Down release, with all Burns Down proceeds, is very simple. We're going to be, for every dollar we get, so everything we pull in revenue-wise through CD sales, through T-shirt sales, through whatever, we're going to be creating kind of a scholarship program. For people who maybe want to get a book, even though they're not the most expensive, sometimes money's just really tight. So if you're someone who's looking for a book, but maybe you just don't have that $10, those $5 now, we're going to take 25% of every single sale, T-shirt, music online, CDs, and put that into a kind of a scholarship for people who want to buy books for the holidays and moving forward. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, 25%, but if you think about it this way, like our T-shirts are going to be $10 a pop. We sell 10 of those, that's $100. $25 already allotted to this scholarship. So again, you can find more information about the Reading Room and Usborne here. But yeah, and we'll keep you updated with the album release. But I really hope you guys check it out, and I'm really excited about the ways that we're making connections with Coupling's live play, and with Usborne and the other programs we're going to be trying to make connections with. So that being said, I'm Corey. This is Kaitlyn. We're so excited for what's to come, and thank you guys for coming out, and we'll see you around. Thanks.